So we'll be doing that one today.
We're starting with Learn to Swim.
Learn to swim, yeah.
All
I see you got that up already.
Yeah, I had that. I had that up. So, all right, quick little recap about how bow.
There we go.
That's what you get when you. That's the type of production levels you get when you shout a man out. Like, there's been moments where he hasn't done it.
Professional.
There's been moments where he's put the wrong film up. Like, it's.
No, but why are you bringing that up now?
No,
now you're bringing that up now.
I
Watch the episode now, innit?
You know, and then bring up old news.
Yeah, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that.
It's like, damn.
We can cut. You got the chops, right? You got the chop edits. Okay, Learn to Swim. So I was literally going by on Netflix as I do, and I'm looking for stuff that people ain't gonna see. That's my thing. Like, I don't want to go there and pick the first. Well, I say that even though the next thing was literally number one, but
I mean,
sometimes you got to do.
You got to mix it up. You got to mix it up.
Yeah.
I wonder what your excuse for the next one.
Yeah, man. If you're a real man, you know you can't keep it all the same. You have to change it up sometimes. Yeah. Okay, good. So yeah, I see this one pop up. Sort of black people. I was like, all right, cool.
Sold. Yeah,
Great start. Do you know what I mean? Great start. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I actually read the synopsis on this one.
Okay.
And I saw it was like romantic drama and it was about musicians. And I was like, that sounds turbulent. If that sounds like.
Yeah,
I can see. You know how it gets.
Especially what we've heard about, old school Motown type of vibes.
I said that sounds like a little bit of turbulence. So I was like, let's try that one. I put it on, and I was actually kind of.
Wait, no synopsis. Oh, was that your synopsis, really?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Sorry, man.
Boy,
apologies.
What? How much time has you been there again? How much time?
79. I'm questioning.
Yeah.
Well, no, I hasn't actually. There was a moment I was off the show.
I was gonna say that.
I was off the show. This is actually Zushi's show now. The show actually belongs to Zush, to be honest, because he has been here every single episode where I have had moments off due to injury. So yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't know if you have seen, but we actually read out the synopsis of the show before we review it.
I saw the Bollywood one.
Shout out you, man.
Yeah.
Man. Shout out my Indian man, then. Yeah, because you, man, are still doing it.
Tollywood.
Tollywood and...
Yeah, Tollywood.
Not Bollywood, not to mistake Bollywood, because them man there are...
Don't get caught slipping out here.
Catching more than collateral out there, boy.
More than streets.
Trust me. So, but we like to read the synopsis in a certain way. Do you have a...
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, cool. It's only a short one, so you're gonna have to get in your bag quite quickly.
Oh, well, I've got to read it.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Did I forget to mention that, man?
This wasn't.
Yeah. The
most important part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My glasses.
It's all right. Some people don't. Some people need glasses and don't use them anyway. So it's
all right.
Hit it, Zeus.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Studio 44 London, and we are about to give you the synopsis for Learn to Swim. Learn to Swim dives into the enchanting world of contemporary jazz with a musical meditation on love and loss, following the doggedly private and talented saxophone player Desi and a vivacious but less experienced singer named Selena. When the two meet, sparks fly. But their but their respective emotional baggage and temperaments make the road to romance bumpy at best.
We gotta clip that up.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was expecting.
That set the tone.
Yeah. Now I'm whelmed. Now I'm whelmed. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Flying into it. I threw this on, and I was actually engrossed in the first scene. That was kind of
what
when they was. Yeah, I really liked that bit.
Okay.
I was really into that because it lasted quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a quick.
And the tune slapped.
And she had a really nice voice as well.
Yeah.
And I like that she was in Spanish as well. I could understand it, but I ain't going.
I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
going
No
to brag.
subtitles needed.
I was even looking. I was looking at my phone one time, and she said something, and I was like, "Oh," she said to my missus.
What was she singing about?
No, it wasn't when she was singing. When she was speaking, she said something about Spanish or Latinas want.
But when you talk about the men that
the strong man, not a something. And I caught that, but I got strong and bold wrong. But you know how them subtitles be sometimes. They be saying stuff and they say the wrong word.
I respect that.
Yeah, they say the adjective might not be adjective. So I was engrossed in the first scene. I was like, okay, cool. And from that straight away, I could tell this wasn't going to be no action packed.
No.
Something or other, you get me? I knew straight away it was going to be like a slow burner and probably going to be more about the acting than the actual kind of visuals, if you get what I'm trying to say. More about like the interaction between the characters, etc., etc. So yeah, started watching this. I was really waiting for like it to
get into something.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like the bit. Do you know where the bit where you know when you're watching something and the bit comes and then you're like, you might do this.
Yeah.
And it's like a gear change in the film. You understand?
Do you know what I mean? Like I was like there and I was like, okay, cool. Like I get this bit. I understand what we're doing. We're building up. So he's this, he's that, she's this, she's that. The band's this, the band's that. That bit never came for me. If you get what I'm saying, that bit never came, and I was really trying to catch it, and then it got too late in the film for it to occur, and then there was parts where I thought, did I miss something as well? Like I was confused if I had maybe missed something because there was points where I was kind of zoning in and out.
Yeah.
But I was like, did I miss something? And then kind of like go back, and I'm like, no, I actually didn't. Like we're just doing stuff. Like especially when he was talking to someone. And then someone else came through the door, and then there was water under the door. That was the bit that rocked me, bro. I was like, bro, do you know I rewound that about 2 times, bro? And I was like,
I think I did as well, actually.
I was like, did I miss something or this that? But I just
question. The older woman in his apartment.
Yeah,
was she alive?
See,
oh wow,
that's a
good question.
That's what I was going down that route.
Because that's what I thought up until the scene. So just before the water scene, and then they were dancing. Because actually before that, I actually thought that was his dead mum that he was talking to. But then they had that scene where they were kind of dancing, and I was like, nobody dances with their mum like that.
No one done that.
I hope not. And then obviously then the other chick came in, who I'm assuming is, and that's because the whole point of the film. You know what I mean? But I couldn't understand this woman. I couldn't understand that character.
I just thought she was a freak.
She
I didn't even. No, you rattled me, boy. I just thought this little old freak. She
just everywhere. Yeah, she was freaky leaky still.
Yeah, like from earlier I sensed that, but yeah, now you said that rattled me.
But it might just be that. But I was
because that scene especially like throws you off completely. Who's real, who's not real, kind of vibe. Is the pain that bad?
That's what I was thinking as well. Because you know because I know when I mash up my leg, there was points where I thought I was sleeping and I definitely I was mashed up. Like I didn't know when I was up. I didn't know when I was sleeping. Like I thought I was awake, and then the next thing I am awake.
Was that pain?
More drugs.
Yeah.
More drugs.
Fair enough.
Legal. Legal. Where am I? Legal drugs.
Not that dope.
Legal drugs. Not the hard shit. Well, to be fair, it was the hard shit, but not the illegal hard. Anyway, man, let's move on, man. Let's move on. This doesn't matter talk about the drugs. So I could kind of relate into that sense, in the hallucination sense, because he was always asking for something stronger, wasn't he? Yeah, do you know what bit I really liked in this, which I thought was funny, is when she goes, my number's at the bottom. And he's like, oh, your number. She's like, no.
And I thought that because, you know, it's like one of them things where it's like your mouth's swollen, but you're still thinking you're macking. It's like, is that me? Yeah, man.
I was like, bro, your mouth like that, you can't talk to anybody. You can't talk to anybody.
But you still think you're getting that, bro. You look like
that's confidence, though. That's confidence.
Yeah,
I know. That's real confidence.
I really am that guy. I really am that guy.
Even with all this hair, you want me? Say no. What did you think, though?
Yeah.
So for me, on paper, I should love this film, yeah, because I'm actually like, I like a good romance. You know what I mean? That's my bag. But I didn't love it. I appreciated parts of it. I appreciated moments, like in the beginning when he's sitting at the bar. So after they've done that number, and he's sitting at the bar, and then she gets up to go out and have a cigarette, and then the woman behind the bar says, "You know, she ain't coming back." And so obviously, as you progress in the film, you realize the poignancy of that line. So there's things like that I really appreciated in the film. But overall, I was just like, and again, similar to you. So the moment you start, you know this isn't going to be like a boom, 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 which is fine. I'm cool. I can handle that. But for me, there just wasn't, as I said, there wasn't that gear change in the film where it was just like, it's almost like, especially in this day and age where you can just jump on YouTube and you can just watch people living their life. Like, hi, today I'm going to work. And it just felt like a more elevated version of that where we're just following this guy around, seeing him how he's trying to deal with his grief and you know, like, you know, through the thing of his mouth and whatnot have you. I almost feel like I could have just listened to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad that is? You know
how bad it is? I don't even want it to sound that bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'd watch it again because I wouldn't watch it again. Yeah. But I don't feel like, you know, certain films you watch that and you feel robbed. I don't feel that at all.
I'd agree with you there. I don't feel robbed. I just feel like, again, with a lot of the movies that we watch, I feel like it could have been just done so much better. Like we could have still had this same thing, and I really think they made too much of this abscess, bro. There was just too much going on with this abscess. Like we could have touched on it, or we could have like had it involved, but it was like the film was kind of about the abscess.
Everything kind of centered around.
I was trying to work out, because I guess the idea is that obviously the abscess is like a physical manifestation of his pain, his grief, sort of thing. But
is it?
I kind of got that vibe. I got that vibe.
That's the vibe that I got. I
got that vibe.
But so it's like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. I get it, and to an extent, I appreciate it. But I'm just not sure if it worked. And it's small little things as well. Like, so even as the film started, and then obviously the aspect ratio is like 4:3, and I'm like, why? What was it? And so as I'm watching the film, I'm going along, and I know it's like a small thing, but the black bars along the side of the, it's just annoying me. It feels unnecessary.
I feel like when people do things like that, they try to invoke that type of emotion. It's just like
they try to give it that kind.
They try to give it a different feel, just to, you know,
where was this? Is this Canadian?
Yeah.
It's a Canadian film.
It's written by someone called Tyrone Tommy. Tyrone Tommy, and this is his first feature. So he's done shorts.
Okay, so funny you say that, and funny you mentioned earlier about the YouTube, because I got YouTube short film from this. That's how it felt. Like the whole, like I got it. It wasn't a no budget. It was very low budget, which was cool because you didn't need a big budget. But it still felt it felt like a good one, like one of the good YouTube ones. But I got a very YouTube short from it. Like you, man, in the beginning, like you know what? Just like kung fu scenes, like martial arts and that, I'm a sucker for saxophones and drums.
That's why that first scene got me.
That's what I was saying. Like, so like you, man, like I was engrossed by the first scenes, but then quickly fizzled out, man. This lost me quite early. And I was hoping it was gonna get to a point like what's the film with John David? Is it Malcolm and Marie with Zendaya? I was hoping it was gonna get to something like that, which I thought. Like I thought it was gonna be a build up, then there'll be like a lot of tension, a bust up, then like a sexy, you know, like something like that. And I feel like that's what they were trying to do, but they fell very short of the mark.
And I agree. I think they did try to go for that, but there was no crescendo. There wasn't. It was just literally,
and even the build up was even like poor, even like to fizzle out,
and it was too. I generally like. I didn't know when we was here. I didn't know when we was back. Like
it wasn't obvious enough.
No, they tried to do something with the overlay.
Tried to be way too arty. Tried to be too.
And
arty
I did not know that Canadians say "my guy." I thought that was a British
noticed
thing.
it.
even
No,
caught
they
that.
speak a lot like us.
Do
Apparently.
they?
Yeah,
Because he
they-
kept saying, you know, this whatever, my guy, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
for real? I was like, right, do they?
from what little I know, their slang is very similar to ours.
Okay, well, yeah, because he said they said my guy a few times. I was like, oh shit, I thought that was a British thing, but
No. Well, yeah, but
Well-
yeah, I just know their slang's the same.
oh, fair
similar.
enough. Well, all right, cool. Well, let's get into it anyway. So, Nee, for you, this is how we do it. So, if you would recommend a film to other people, you say it's a watch it. If you wouldn't, then it's a not. So, is it a watch it or is it a not?
It's a regrettable not, because where it's like my man's first feature, and I know how hard it is to make films,
Yeah.
and so
You know that is a big thing as well. That like you when I look at stuff now,
Yeah, you take
Yeah,
into
yeah.
consideration.
How difficult it is to-
you know,
to act-
you know what
Yeah.
what goes into
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So this is like what I say
yeah.
sometimes, where you kind of sometimes judge a film in the realm it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna pit this against a flipping James
oh.
Cameron
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You hear me?
yeah,
You hear me?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you put it in its realm.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear me?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's a regrettably it's a not. You know what I mean?
I will agree with you. I actually thought I had found something here. To be
found
honest,
it,
I
found
thought
it.
I'd
Go
found
on.
something.
I was excited, but I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought I had found something. I'd read the synopsis. I'd seen what it was about. I was like, this is a different film. Like, no one's gonna drop on this and be like, let me watch this. This is something that someone that's gonna have to tell you to watch.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get me? Or you're gonna have to be a musician
Yeah.
or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. Do you know what? This sounds like it could be a good. And actually, Malcolm and Marie did kind of hit me when I started. I was like, oh, this does give me like a little
Yeah.
Malcolm and like a kind of really stripped, laid back kind of thing. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't land. It looked nice.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
looked nice.
a little bit too dark and melancholy in places for me for like a little bit too long. But overall, I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. I'd agree. It looked good, and but do you know what? I wasn't mad at it. It didn't anger me.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
some
yeah.
movies anger me
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I've
yeah,
actually
yeah.
had to sit here
Take
and
time
watch
and
it.
watch
You know what I
it,
mean?
yeah.
It didn't do that, but would I recommend it? Would I ever watch it again? Would this be one of the movies that I say, oh, do you know what you should watch? You should watch this, that, blah, blah. Unfortunately not. And on that basis, it's a not from me.
Listen, man, it's a good start. It's a good start, Tyrone. It's a good start, but not that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, nah, keep
Another
chipping
one.
away.
You
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
Hit him
Well,
again.
you
hear
got
me?
anything else coming out, Tyrone? Remember, you got anything else happening?
Another one, but yeah, it's a no
going
for
on,
me.
Tyrone?
It's a
Anything
no
going
for
on?
me on this one.
I feel like exactly what you said. You know, the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Here's a
onto
name
something.
I'll remember.
Yeah,
Here's a
yeah,
name.
you're onto something.
I won't forget him. I'll remember Tyrone, and
I
I'll be
think the
like,
guy that played, is it Desi or
Desi, yeah.
I liked him. I liked him.
I thought,
Yeah,
to be fair, we didn't actually touch on the acting. I thought the
Yeah.
acting was good.
Yeah.
I thought the
Yeah.
acting was good. The scenes where they was all together discussing,
I thought
stuff
that
and
was
this,
good
that.
scenes.
I think
It was
they
quite
really,
natural.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
really
they managed to
captured that
capture it. Yeah,
essence.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? They really captured, and I wouldn't be surprised if all of them were actually musicians.
Yeah,
Do you know,
yeah,
as
yeah.
well as actors. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they really caught that scene. Because I've been in like situations where I'm with actors or musicians or whatever
Yeah.
or creatives, and they're having those discussions after a performance or a show or whatever. You get me? And it was very authentic like
Yeah,
that. So
absolutely. I think
yeah, he caught that.
I was watching something. You know, you watch something and then you got to kind of watch some videos afterwards and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was watching an interview and the main actor guy. So in the original script, the main guy wasn't playing a saxophone. I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
But when that actor came along, he had sax
Sax.
experience. So they
Oh,
were like,
okay, so they switched
was
off
like,
of sax.
yeah,
Okay, that
Interesting.
actually makes sense. Yeah.